Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Football Man Sam. Now in today's video we are going to be discussing the weekend's FA Cup semi-finals. So we're going to talk about last night's game between Arsenal and Man City and today's game, Manchester United versus Chelsea. Now, in yesterday's game between Arsenal and Man City was a result not many people were expecting. Let's say that to be fair. But you've got to hand it to Arsenal and Arteta's team. They thoroughly deserved the victory. All through the game, Man City just didn't scoring. If I'm being totally honest, they dominated the ball through the midfield. They passed it side to side, tried to give it to De Bruyne, and they were just not at the races whatsoever. And Arsenal it was the most un-Arsenal performance I've seen for a very long time. It was passion, it was grit, and there was commitment. Not something I've not seen from Arsenal players for many years. Which is credit to Arteta. He's got the team playing well. Whether it might not be the most entertaining football, but at the end of the day, it doesn't need to be. Aubameyang got the 2 goals. It's actually quite funny because just before Aubameyang's first goal, he missed quite an easy chance, to say the least. And to be fair, that could knock quite a few strikers' confidence. But a couple of minutes later, he had a really tough chance, I think it was, and he made it look easy. A lot of strikers would have probably gone with their left foot, but he went with his right foot on the outside, and he squeezed it in at the far right hand side. Which, to be fair, I didn't expect him to score. But fair play. It just goes to show what quality striker Aubameyang is, and it just goes to show at any given time he will get given the chance, he will score. For a second goal, I think he broke through in the middle of the park. He faced a one-on-one with Ederson, and I think he put it straight under Ederson's middle of the goal. I was a bit surprised by it. I thought Ederson would have probably done a little bit better, but didn't prove that way. And like I said at the start, not many people would have seen Arsenal beating Man City. I think Arsenal were something like 8-1 to win the game at the start, which is crazy odds. Don't get me wrong. Man City are fantastic, but people tend to forget they've lost 9 games in the league this year. So it shows that they have got frailties at the back, and Arsenal, they showed that. They picked holes in the defence, and Man City paid the price. I think it's one area Pep will need to work on over the next month or two with the transfer window open. I do think it's their biggest issue. It's the one problem that's going to let them down from winning the league this year. You're looking at your Koulibaly's, even Ake. I think would do a job in there from Bournemouth if they go down. I mean, you're looking at Otamendi. Not the best of 10 defenders. Let's be fair. So, they do have a lot of work to be done in defence. But for Arsenal, it took me by surprise massively. Did not expect them to come out and not comfortably win, but they deserved it. They really did deserve to beat Man City yesterday. So, the apprentice has got one over on the master, should we say, with Arteta and Pep. But yeah, absolutely fair play to Arsenal, which obviously then would see them go through to the final against either Manchester United or Chelsea, which is the game's just played. So many know the result. If you don't know the result was Manchester United 1, Chelsea 3. Again, it's a result which went the right way over the 90 minutes. I thought Manchester United was awful today. I think Ollie completely got it wrong. Formation was wrong. You could see that. I mean, first of all, we played a 3-5-2, which they're not predominantly known for playing, and he dropped arguably 2 or 3 of his best players, Martial, Greenwood, and Pogba. I mean, he talked about rotation, but those 3 players especially have been on fantastic form, especially Greenwood. I mean, okay, they're going for top 4 football, but at the end of the day, it's a chance of getting quite a big cup. So when the lineups were announced, I was really surprised that Ollie went for the formation and to start Dan James. And I've been his biggest critique. I don't think he's a United standard player. He's awful for United. I think he'd do well in mid-table Premier League team, but for United, he's not a quality player that they want. And for a semi-final, I was just really surprised. But from the minute get-go, they didn't deserve it. I mean, Maguire couldn't handle Giroud all game. There's numerous times where he just kept pulling him back. He couldn't handle Giroud at all. Well, it showed it with Giroud getting the opener. I don't understand why people get so hyped over Maguire. This is just my personal opinion. I don't rate the player at all. But that's just my opinion. I'll probably get slated for that, but that's my opinion. Again, you've got De Gea making 2 mistakes for the first 2 goals. Should have done better with the first one, possibly, but the second was a howler. The second was an absolute howler, and it's not the first time he's made mistakes throughout the season. He's made mistakes at Spurs, he's made mistakes at Watford, so it's not like a one-off. And he's been doing it over the last year. I mean, I've said it to a few others. I think his career as a top goalkeeper is finished. I don't see him becoming on the level of your All Blacks and your Allisons again. If I was Ollie, I'd be straight on the phone to Dean Henderson saying, "You're my number 1 next year. No questions whatsoever." That's my opinion. I think Dean Henderson is a better goalkeeper. I wouldn't personally be having De Gea, but that again, many people will disagree. That's just my opinion. There's many times in the game where they were sloppy, loose passes from Williams, Maguire, especially towards the end of the game. He had a loose header, which again he's been doing all season. If you actually watch him quite closely, he takes too long on the ball. But and especially looking in the middle of the park. For me, Jorginho for Chelsea ran the show. I think he broke up play. I think he was key to Chelsea's success. If I'm being totally honest with you, I didn't see Chelsea winning 3-1, especially as United on a 19-game unbeaten run. I did see United actually winning the game at the start, but it just goes to show no one knows what's going to happen in football, which obviously no one knows. So we would then see Chelsea go through to the final against Arsenal, London derby. I mean, no one can predict it. Obviously, after Arsenal beating Man City, I personally would like to see. It's just hard, isn't it? Because you've got two new young managers. I mean, if United were to go through, obviously, I would want Arsenal to win. Because obviously, being a Liverpool fan, you don't want Man United to win anything. But Arteta, I like Arteta as a manager. I think he'd do well at Arsenal. I really do. But now you've got Lampard again, who deserves a lot of credit for what he's done this season. Okay, they've got a strong squad, but still to compete for your first season in charge, effectively at a top team, is phenomenal in my opinion. If you were to say to Frank Lampard, you've got a transfer ban, can't sign anyone this season, you're going to have to do as well as you can. They would have probably took top 6, but I think they will get top 4, and it's looking like that. So you've got to give Frank Lampard huge credit. So it's a tough one. I don't really know who I want to win, but who do I think will win? I think I'm going to go for a Chelsea win. I'm going to go for Giroud to score. I think, again, with Mustafi and Luis at the back, I don't think they'll be able to handle Giroud. Giroud's a clinical goal scorer. He's done it all his career. I see it being close. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea win. I think Chelsea will be too strong all over the pitch. I mean, you would have said that against Man City, but I'm only going for my prediction, what I think is going to happen. But again, even getting to the final for Arteta is brilliant, knocking out Man City by clearly the favourites. So again, even if Arsenal lose in the final, I think Arteta will be proud. I think Arsenal fans should be proud of Arteta as well. You can really see a slight difference in the team, the way they play. He's got them playing with passion, commitment. So I think for Arsenal fans, they should really look forward to the future, because I think Arteta is the man to possibly bring back the happy days, the glory days. Again, with Frank Lampard at Chelsea, they can be happy. Even if they don't win it, looking like top 4 football, FA Cup final. But who knows? So it's going to be an interesting final. But if you know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And yeah, it's going to be interesting end of the season. I think the FA Cup final's on the 1st of August, so it's another game to look forward to. But yeah, there we go. We have just reacted to the 2 FA Cup semi-final games that have been played over the weekend. Let me know what you thought of the games in the comment section, and if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. I'm on the way to 30. I've just recently hit 25, which is brilliant. And if you hit the like button for the video, much appreciated. But until next time, guys, I will see you later.